What's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome back to the channel where tonight I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at this 65-inch Samsung Crystal UHD AU9000. Now this TV, and like every TV on the market, it does have its pros and cons. I'm going to start off with a couple. So unfortunately this TV does not support HDMI 2.1 and it doesn't support Dolby Vision. But on a positive note, it does support variable refresh rate, FreeSync, auto low latency mode. It also has multi-view and a dedicated game bar. Now normally I give you guys a tour around the outside of the box, but as you can see there's not really a lot going on apart from the energy rating stickers just there, which come in at a G. So I think we should crack on and get this TV unboxed in. So if Mrs. Tech Giant wants to take it away and start taking out all the accessories, I just want to take this opportunity to say a big thanks to the guys at box.co.uk who were kind enough to send over this Samsung TV for us to test out. And not only have they sent over this Samsung, they've also sent over this Hisense TV for us to test out. So if you are looking to purchase a new TV, then please go and check out their link in the description, where many of their TVs will come with a free extended warranty, free delivery, and they will price match all their major competitors. So please go and check out the link in the description for Box. Now, one thing that has just surprised me when lifting the TV out of the box is how thin it is. I wasn't actually expecting that, to be fair, and just take a look there. Yeah, check that out. To be fair, that is a pretty thin TV, isn't it? It is, yeah. Yeah, not too bad at all. As we can see, we've got a bit of a slight bulge in the middle, but no, yes, it is very slight. So yeah, that is a pleasant surprise. Right, let's take a more detailed look at the back of the TV now then, and once again, just check that out, how thin that really is. So yeah, pleasantly surprised about that. But let's have a look at the inputs and outputs now then. So first off, we have a connection just there for our aerial cable. Up from that, we have our HDMI 1. HDMI 2, which is eARC, LAN, and a couple of USBs. Now just to the right of that, we have our third HDMI, and please bear in mind that these are 2.0, and below that we have an optical. And all those inputs and outputs are to the right hand side of the TV if you are looking at the TV straight on. Now moving over to what will be the left hand side of the TV, if you're looking at it straight on, we have our connection there for the power cable. Next up, let's take some measurements of the wall mounting bracket holes. So from left to right, or right to left, whichever way you want to look at it, we are looking at 40 centimeters by 30 centimeters. Right, let's now take a look at the accessories then. So first off, we have the feet for the TV. Now you may notice that we've got these channels just here, and we've also got channels on the back of the TV. And this is for cable management, so yeah, you can run them down to your devices nice and easily. And we also have this plastic bit, and we did wonder what this is, but we've figured it out now. And that will actually fit over the feet like that and be at the front of the TV, but we've come to the conclusion probably actually look just better without it like that. But you know, each to their own at the end of the day, so you've got the option there. We also have our usual quick start guide, energy rating, user manual there. Then we have our power cable. That comes in at roughly, what's that? About 1.5 meters for that. Batteries, and then we come to our remote controls. Controls being the key word there. So first up, we have our run-of-the-mill remote control. Lots of buttons there with some shortcuts. So we've got Netflix there, Prime, and Samsung TV Plus. So I'm sure many of you will have seen that, but not everyone will have seen one of these. So very nice design, minimalistic. Not every region gets 2 remotes like this. Some only get that. Maybe some only get this one as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, a nice slimmer design, as you can see, compared to that one. Shorter, thinner, and just generally nicer. Just minimalistic when it comes to the buttons as well. There are different sort of sequences that you have to press to get access to all the different stuff, but it can all be done from that one remote. And also there is a microphone there, so you can do sort of your voice control stuff. And there we go. Now, before I fire up the TV for the very first time, just wanted to show you what the actual screen looks like when it is turned off. And I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but it is in fact a matte finish to that screen. So we look up at the very strong lighting that we do have in this living room. We can see it there being dulled down quite a bit. So yeah, it's done a quite a good job of sort of diffusing that light. And yeah, it's certainly not a mirror because of that matte finish. Now, like many modern Samsung TVs, when it comes to setting it up, you have a couple of options. So we have set it up using a smartphone or set it up using the supplied remote control. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up with the remote. And there we go, that is the setup process now out of the way, and you may have seen that there was a software update available, and I've gone ahead and downloaded and installed that. So before we take a look at the menus, let's just take another look at the design of the TV. So if we go in a little bit closer now, it's up on the wall, and check out once again how thin it is. Just look at that. Yeah, to be fair, for this sort of price bracket of TV, that's pretty impressive. And we've got some quite nice thin bezels as well. Just moving around to the bottom, so we've got no logo there in the middle. Unfortunately, it is set off to the right hand side there, that Samsung logo. And if I'm being totally honest, I am not a fan when Samsung do that, or any manufacturer for that matter. I like to see it dead in the middle of the TV, as it just looks better when it's all symmetrical. One final thing to mention when it comes to the design is that it is a plastic affair. At this sort of price bracket, you know, if you want a more luxury finish, a metal sort of bezel and that, then you're going to have to step up to the QLED range. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Samsung TV settings and menus, we're going to take a look at them right now. So first off, I'm going to start off by pressing the home button. Now, once we've done that, as you can see, we get a line of apps just across the bottom there. But if we actually move to the left, we get some options here. So we've got things like multi-view, we've got our ambient mode, we've got recommended apps, we've got our search function, smart things, we've got the source there as well, and settings. So these are all sort of like shortcuts. So if I push up into settings and then go across, we can quickly access all the different like picture modes there and change those directly from there if we so wish, which is a very handy thing to have. But if we just back out of that and just take that back to standard and go back to the apps themselves, you can see we've got a nice variety. So obviously I'm in the UK, so what you get pre-installed may differ depending on where you are in the world. So we got things like Netflix, Prime Video, BBC iPlayer, ITV Hub, Disney Plus, Now, Apple TV, very nice one there indeed, Channel 4, and My 5. So all the favourites for the catch-ups when it comes to the UK market. And of course, we've also got things like the internet there, and of course, everybody's favourite, YouTube. Now, if we push down from that, this brings us up like a selection of things it's going to recommend to us. So things that are on now, new and trending there on BBC, got some free movies, and we've got the Samsung TV Plus. And this, I've got to say, is very good indeed. I do like Samsung TV Plus. And if I click on that, now this is a completely free service. So if you don't want to get roped into, paying for like a satellite subscription or something like that, then, use this. There are literally hundreds of channels, and there is just like a whole plethora of different categories of stuff, as you can see just there. Like I say, it's all totally free. We use it on our Samsung TV in the bedroom. We've done away with our Skybox up there. We're not paying for multi-room, and we just watch YouTube and stuff off there. And there is generally always something to sort of go to bed watching. So yeah, some good films on sometimes, to be fair. So definitely worth checking out, and it's definitely a positive of this TV. Next thing that we're going to take a look at is the main settings. So I'm going to press on the settings button just so. Let's just knock that volume down. So there we go. Let's start off then. We've got our picture and picture modes. So looking at this, we've got dynamic, standard, natural, movie, and filmmaker mode. Coming back out of that, we can adjust the aspect ratio there of the screen. And then we have our expert settings. So you've got stuff like your brightness there, contrast, sharpness, color, tint, so on and so forth. So yeah, quite a few options there. And we back out of that once again. Then we have options for our sound, which we'll check out the sound in just a minute. But first impressions, got to be totally honest, aren't great from what I'm hearing. We've got stuff there for broadcast. Then we've got our general, so of your network stuff, system manager, and things to do with gaming. Now, if we just go into external device manager, you can see there game mode settings, because I know there's a lot of gamers out there. And we have option there for game mode on off, game motion plus settings, and game HDR. Now, seeing that this is a 4K HDR TV, it'd be rude not to test out some 4K HDR material. So that is exactly what we have up at the moment. And first impressions, well, it certainly looks like a very sharp image. Viewing angles, let's take a look. And sadly, they do wash out quite a bit when we move around. I don't know if you guys can see that. Chips. Yeah, it is washing out quite a bit. So yeah, maybe not the best if you are looking for something that's going to cater for multiple seating locations. So yeah, look at that. If we go around there like that, that is really sort of losing it there. So I want to be open and honest with you guys about these things. Sharpness, looking straight on, is very nice. Colours as well. They do look more than reasonable, I'd say. Now, when it comes to the brightness, now it's hard to show on camera, but I have seen brighter from Samsung. It's not the dullest TV that I've ever seen, but it's certainly not the brightest one out there either. But, that is what you expect when, you buy a TV at this sort of price point. Once again, if you want very, very good brightness, then I would suggest looking at one of the QLED models from Samsung. Now, overall, looking at the image straight on, to be fair, it does look very nice. Nice and sharp, as you can see, and detailed, and that is what I personally like in a TV. So if you can sit square on with this TV and you've got maybe just lighting like this in the room, then you are going to get a very good picture. But if you are going to be sitting off maybe to the side, or your room that the TV's going to be in is particularly flooded with lots of daylight, then you may want to look to step up to something a bit more brighter, as I said, like one of the QLEDs. Firing up a piece of Samsung's own demo material now, and I've got to say it, when you go square on with this TV like this, Wow, look at that. That does look very good indeed. So yeah, if you can sit square on with this TV, given the right material, this TV can really shine. Nice vibrant colours there. Look at that, that is mint. Now I've just fired up a darker piece of 4K HDR material, and looking straight on, there is a bit of a glow. And if we move around to the side, let me just rewind that back a bit. And yeah, as we can see, as we move further around, we can see that glow is a bit more prominent. And when we move straight on, it lessens a bit. So not the best when it comes to dark scenes, but again, you know, that's what you come to expect. This sort of price bracket, you know, not too bad looking straight on, but does fall apart quite easily off axis. Rightio then, let's next test the sound of this TV. So what I've done, I've hooked up the PlayStation 5, and let's turn up the volume a bit. And ooh, it's not sounding very good if I'm being totally honest. Now at the moment we are in, let's have a look, just the standard mode. Then we've got adaptive sound. Oh yeah, it ain't sounding too great if I'm being totally honest. Yeah, that's very thin sounding indeed. But what I'm going to do is just change it to the actual game mode and see if that improves anything. So let's go to game mode settings and turn that on. So we have a look now, we can see sound, that is the game mode there. And no, it's still not sounding very good at all. And there we have it then, guys. Now do me a favour, and if you have enjoyed today's video, then please spare me 1 second of your time to give me a thumbs up. Really does make a big difference to the channel. And if you've not already subscribed, then please consider doing so for more videos like this in the future, including that unboxing and testing of that Hisense TV that I showed you earlier on in the video. So thank you very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.